ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 47, verse number 60. This is continuation of Uddhava's prayers to the gopis, and these 5 verses are very important because they establish the supremacy of Uttama Bhakti manifested in the gopis, and they also show the comparison between them and the devotees of Mathura, because Uddhava himself is a great devotee, he is one of the top devotees. Among the Yadus he is considered as supreme. Krishna praises him, himself says that Uddhava is not less than me, even by a fraction, even by an atom. Manyuno na anuvapi. Anu is atom, is not less even by one atom. And he told him, Tvam me bhaktas rohit sakha, you are my servant, you are my friend, you are my sakha. So that person is praying to gopis. So it's not that he is just speaking it, but he has experienced it personally. So this verse is important because in this verse he is showing how gopis are superior even to Lakshmi. Because it says, Nayam Shriyo Ango Nitanta Ratehe Prasadaha Svaryoshitam Nalin Gandharucham Kutonyaha Rāsa-līlā Bhujadanda Grihita Kantha Labdha Shisham Yodagad Vrajavalladinam. So he says that I am Nitantaratehe Prasadaha Na Shriya Svaryoshitam Nalingandhrucham Kutonya. He says that this prasad, this grace which gopis have of Nitantarati, means the supreme love for Krishna. This is not found in Lakshmi or not attained by them, or they do not have it. And Svaryoshitam Nalin Gandharucham Kutonya. And also the other women of Vaikuntha who are supreme, who have fragrance like the lotus flower, and then what to speak of any other woman. So he is only comparing here women to them because men don't have any chance for this. So therefore he does not even bring them into picture. That's why earlier he says that Vanchantiyam bhavbhiyo muniyo vayam, that we only wish but we cannot have it. And this grace was attained by Vrajavallavis, the gopis who Krishna embraced in the festival of Rasa. Rāsa-līlā Bhujadanda Grihita Kantha Labdha Shisham. So they got the blessings, Labdha Ashisha, that their neck was held by the hand of Sri Krishna. So that means very intimately Krishna embraced them, that he doesn't want to leave them, because Bhujadanda Grihita, it is he who is holding them, not other way around. So that means that he doesn't want to leave them. If it is gopis holding, like girlfriend holding the boyfriend, but it is Krishna holding the gopis. So that shows his love, his affection for them. And Bhujadanda, Danda means stick, means with strong arms, tight embrace. So Bhujadanda Grihita Kantha, and not just holding hand as people hold hands, so but holding the neck. That this is a lock. This is locked now, you cannot go away. Bhujadanda Grihita Kantha Labdashisham. And where was this? Rāsa-līlā. It was in the festival of Rasa, means in that jubilant mood. Yaudagad, Vrajavalabhinam. So they only attained it and no one else up to Lakshmi Devi. So we know that Lakshmi also, at least here in Braj, this is the belief that she came, but she was not allowed and she is doing tapasya on the other side of Yamuna. And we also read in the prayers of Nagapatnis, Shri Rapilalna Charat Tapa. So it is stated in Bhagavatam that Shri, the beautiful lady, she is performing austerity, tapa, to attain this. And Uddhava says that she has not been successful. Yatha sar avatari shrestha eva krishne gocarana vanara balakaihi सह भोजित्व दधि चौर्य परस्त्री चौर्यादि लोक विगानम गृहीत्वा एव सर्व संगीत एव सर्वोत्कर्ष सम्मानम प्राप तथैव सर्व आलाधनी शक्ति श्रोमणि भूतापि महा स्त्रियो गोपस्त्रित्व वंचारित्व ब्रजलोक विख्यात व्यभिचारिदि विगानम गृहीत्वा एव लक्ष्मी आदिभ्योपि परम सौभाग्य उत्कर्ष Simanam avapurityaha nayanti. So this is a very interesting comment he makes here. He's trying to relate this, what was said earlier, Kvema striya vanchari vyabhichara dushta. Which sounds a little bit disparaging about the gopis. So he says this statement is made to show the most wonderful quality of love, that how love for Krishna is so powerful that it goes beyond everything and it nullifies all so-called negativity or flaws, defects which are considered as moral principles in the society. It goes beyond all that. So for that what he says, that just as Krishna, he is supreme among all the avatars. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. But at the same time, although he is supreme, but what is his activity? He was not sitting on throne, people serving him, but he was running around here in the forest, Gocharan. Just as gopis were called Vanachari, so he is also Vanachara. He is also going around in the forest after the cows. And Gocharana, Vanara, and he is playing with monkeys. Not a very honorable activity. And Balakai, with kids, is not among some great kings or sages or some brahmanas, but cowherd boys. And he is eating with them, saha bhojitva, and he is stealing. He is stealing yogurt, he is stealing butter. Not only that, he is stealing the dresses of the girls, parastri chori. So these are not some activities which people would praise, how great he is, how wonderful he is. So somebody does some great religious act, charity, austerity, yajna, right? Then he is praised. But what is Krishna doing? All these activities. And loka viganam. So he says these are loka viganam. All these activities are considered as disparaging in the world, in the society. They are not worthy of praise. Nobody praises that, oh, this boy is a big thief. He is going around stealing the clothes of the women. Or he is playing with monkeys. running in the forest. So this is not something which is eulogized, but in case of Krishna there are poems, stotras about these things. There is called Chauriyastak, 8 verses about Krishna stealing. So he has names like that. So with all these loka viganam, means activities which are not praiseworthy, he is supreme. Sarva Sangita Sarvotkarsa Sammanam Prapa. So still he got the supreme glory and praise from people. Great sages, Brahma came, Indra came, Varuna praised him. So these are very famous devas in the Vedas. In the Vedas there is not so much about Vishnu, but you see a lot of greatness of Varuna. Varuna is a big deva in the Vedas. Indra is a big deva. So they came and they worshipped Krishna. And then the sages, Narada came. He went to Dwarka so many times to meet him. So he is that person, the same person. Bhishma praised to him before dying. So he has supreme glory with all these so-called unpraiseworthy activities. So he says in the same way, gopis are also like that. Tathaiva sarvladani shakti shiromani bhutapi, that although they are the topmost manifestation of Krishna's Hladani Shakti, his pleasure potency, but they are imastriya, they are women. On top of that, they are gopastritva, they are the wives of the cowherd people, not born in some royal families or wives of some sages or even brahmana. And they are vancharitva, they also wander in the forest, they live in the forest. And brajloka vikhyat vyabhicharabi, and they, according to the people of Vraja, they are also vyabhichari, because they are leaving the husbands and going after. That's why the husbands were stopping them. Right? 29th chapter, when Krishna played the flute, then they stopped them. Where are you going? So with all these activities, they are considered as superior even to Lakshmi. Just as Krishna is Sarva Avatari Shrestha, he is supreme among all the avatars, they are superior even to Lakshmi. So this is what Uddhava is saying here. He wants to show that the greatness is only from bhakti and not from anything else. Not what is your gender, how you look, where you are born, what is your education, nothing. So, aradhito hari tapsa tatkim, naradhito yadi hari tapsa tatkim. So if you have love for Krishna, then that is the best quality. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatir akinchana sarvair guna tatra samasate sura harav bhaktasya kudo mahad guna manorathena bhi dhavat asati dhavati. So what are the good qualities? The same question, that you are not a devotee but you may have all wonderful qualities. It says they are null and void. And if you have bhakti, then you have the best qualities. Naturally they become manifest. So for that he speaks this verse. Parama saubhagya utkarsa simanam avapu. So these gopis, they have the ultimate limit of good fortune. the best fortune is this. Nothing is better than this. Nayamiti. Nayam Srivango Nitanta Rate Prasada. Svaryoshitam Nalina Gandharucham Kutonya. So I am Prasadaha. So this grace, this kripa, this was not attained. O aho ya ange Narayanasya vakshasi vartmanaya. So what a wonder, what a surprise, what an astonishment that Lakshmi did not get this grace. Who is this Lakshmi? Sriyo Ange Unitantra, who is always present on the chest of Vishnu. So Narayanasya vakshasi vartmanaya Shriyopi Nitanta ratehe prapta atyanta ramanayaha api kadapi nodgat. So although he is on the chest of Narayana, but Lakshmi did not get this ultimate prema, this rati, atyanta ramanaya api. Although she is most beautiful, his name herself is Lakshmi, means she has all the lakshanas of beauty. So kadapi no udgat, never she attained. Because it is not possible. To attain this, you have to have Gopi Bhav, not Lakshmi Bhav. So with Lakshmi Bhav, she can be with Narayan. If you want to be with Krishna, then you have to have the Gopi Bhav. So you can go on doing anything what you do, tapasya, this, japa, but if you don't change your bhav, then in that bhav Krishna is not available, because Krishna is Gopa himself. He is Vrajraj Kumar, he is son of Nanda Maharaj. So if you want to be with him, you have to match with him. So that's why the wives of the Brahmanas, he sent them away. To them also he said, Swagatam vo Mahabhaga Priya Kim Karvani. Same sentence he spoke to gopis, same to Brahmanas' wives. But he said, no, you go, you are Brahmanis. So this is not possible. Kuta puna swar yoshitam, then where is the possibility that the ladies of swar, so swar here can mean Vaikuntha. Generally swar means Swarga. So this refers to Upendradi avatar patni nam. So the wives of Upendra, brother of Indra, he is an avatar. So even the wives of other avatars, they do not have this chance. Nalinasya iva gandho rukh kanti chayasham. And they are not ordinary, they are so beautiful. They have the glow, the smell, nalinurucham, so smell like blue lotus and glow. Saundarya saurabhyadi matve satyapi. So meaning is that they are exquisitely beautiful and very fragrant bodies, no need of any perfume. And their fragrance can change. Monday one type, Tuesday another type, Wednesday another type. Different according to the days of the week. They can have their fragrance according to the time of the day. Morning one type, evening another type. So natural fragrance they have. Anyavtara striha puna kutaha. So what to speak of other women? So swaryoshitam nalina gandharucham kuto anya. Where is the possibility of any other woman getting any chance like that? Etat prasada bhaja shu iti artha asya. So they cannot be fortunate to have this kind of grace from Krishna. So what is that? Rāsotsave asya tu bhujdandabhyam grihite alingito ya kantha tena labdha ashisho yabhistasam. So in the festival of Rāsa-līlā, their necks were embraced by the beautiful arms of Krishna. And this is the ashisha, this is the blessing they got. So this blessing is not available to others. Tena bhakti majjananam madhyes sarvotkrishta kotya gopya eva sthita. So what is the meaning, what is the implied meaning of this sloka? Implied meaning is this only, that bhakti mat jananam, that those people who have bhakti, who are called bhaktas, who are called devotees, whether male or female, doesn't matter. Gopis are supreme. So they are the sarvotkrishta kotyam gopya. They are of their own koti or class. So no one is like them. Sakshat sreyaso api madhye sarvotkrishta kotyam rasa iti suchita. Because of all the auspicious things, that supreme auspicious thing is a Rāsa-līlā. Because Bhagavan api taratri, that even Krishna himself wished to enjoy, and then he relished. So this Rāsotsava, this festival of Rasa, is the festival in which Krishna is in his highest mood of love, the greatest manifestation of love. And in that, gopis were held by him in his arms. So to show the most wonderful position of the gopis, he speaks this verse. So then he prays for himself. After praising the gopis in 3 slokas, then he is eager to have this kind of devotion himself. But it is not possible. So he wants to be Gopu Bhartu Padakamale or Dasa Dasana Dasa. Asamaho charan renu jusham aham syam vrindavane kimapi gulmalatau shadhinam yadustajam sajanam arya patham chahitva bhejer mukunda padvim shrutibhir vimrigyam. So, aho asham charan redu jusham aham syam. So he is wishing for himself that will it be possible for me that I get some contact, just dhatu priti sevanayo, that I get the possibility to do service to the dust of their feet. Means, is it possible for me, although literally he is saying I want dust on my head, so I can become, if I become some gulmalata ausadhi, so some creeper, some small bush or even grass, so that when the gopis walk around, then I can get little dust on my head. So he wants to be Gulmalata Ausadhinam, where in Vrindavan, because it is Vrindavan where they wander. So Charana Renu Jusam Aham Syam, which means I want to be the servant of these gopis. That is what Charana Renu means. When people say give me dust of your feet, it implies service. It's not just dust. And who are the gopis? Says yad dustajam swajanam aryapatham chahitva bhejar mukund padavim. That these gopis are those that they gave up that which is most difficult to give up. And there are two things. It says swajanam aryapatham cha. One is to give up your own family members, your relatives, parents, wife, children, whatever one has. And then other is the Aryapatha, the moral principles. So, first of all, difficult to give up one's relatives. And then, even if you do that for spiritual purpose, people give up their family, join spiritual society. But then we want to be moral. We want to behave in a moral manner, not become immoral. Nobody wants to be known as an immoral person. So they gave up that also, but for what reason? Mukunda Padavim. Bhejur Mukunda Padavim. They attained the position or feet of Krishna, who is called Mukunda. So Mukunda is that who gives mukti. Muktim dadati iti Mukunda. And attaining mukti itself is rare. Manushyanam srashreshu kaschidiyatti siddhai yattam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tat. So muktim dadati karichit smana bhakti yogam. Sometimes he gives mukti but not bhakti. So even mukti is not something which is easily available. But they attained bhakti of that person who gives mukti. And this position is not acquired even by the Shrutis. Shruti bhir vimrigyam. That the Vedas personified are also searching for it. So these are the gopis whose dust I want on my head. And it is not possible for me that I can get it. If I go to them, then they will not do. They are not going to give me dust from their feet because I am a Kshatriya and they are cowherd ladies. Why would they allow that? They will think, what are you doing? So there is no chance for me in this life. So I have to take another birth. And I want the next birth here in Vrindavan. And I want Gulma Lata Ausadhina. So there are people who have given up things, family, the stories of the kings, that they will renounce their family, go to forest, do tapasya. For Bharat Maharaj it is said, Yodustajan Dar Sutan Suhid Rajyam Hridis Prasa Jaho Yuvai Veva Malvad Uttam Sloka Lalasa. That to attain Uttam Sloka, Krishna, Bharat Maharaj, even as a young person, he renounced everything as a piece of stool. His kingdom, his family, his members, but not Aryapatha. Did not give Aryapatha. So gopis go beyond that. That's why he is praising them, Yadustajam. Otherwise for him also the word Dustaja is used. Yadustajan, Dara Sutan Shohid Hriday Sprasha, Rajyam Hriday Sprasha. So nobody can do what they have done, and that is because they have supreme love for Krishna. Tasmad asam bhave param durlabhe manorathasya api anochityam vanchanti yad bhavbhiyo muniyo vayam chaiti yan mayoktam tad avicharade. So now Uddhava is thinking that although earlier I spoke that I also want this. Yesham tanubhritam bhuvi gopavadho. So I also want this bhav. But then he realized that I am not qualified. So he says, Tasmad asam bhave parama durlabhe manorathasya api anochityam. He says that it is improper for me even to have a wish for this bhav of the gopis. It's like some dwarf wishes to touch the moon. So it is not possible. Even if he jumps up, he cannot touch. So then he should not wish for it. So he is thinking that I am just like that I want to jump and touch the moon. It is not possible. So he says, Manorathasya api anochityam. He says it is not even proper for me to think about it. So then why did you say earlier, Vanchanti, Yad Bhavbhiyo Muniyo Vayamcha, that the sages, the muktas, they all want it, I also want. He says, I said it without thinking that what I am asking for. Right? Just like if you want to appear for some exam, for some post, you have to see your qualification, whether you are really qualified for it or not. Otherwise you apply for something which you are not qualified, you are going to fail and make yourself as butt of the joke. So he says that I said it, yes I did say it, but that was without thinking. I was too greedy. I wanted, but now I realize, no. Sampratam tu savicharam ashasher se etadeva me bhuyat. Now, after I have thought about it, I only wish this much. So you have to be reasonable. As they say, that deserve before you desire. Simply desiring is not enough, you also have to deserve it. If you desire for something undeserving, you will waste your time, you won't get it because you are undeserving. So he says, now I understand, I realize that I don't deserve it, therefore it's useless to think about it. So let me desire something which I deserve, or it is possible for me. Then he speaks this asam ho charan renu jusam aham shyam vrindavanekam api gulmalataushadhinam. So ima yasam upari charano vinnashyanti tasam atui kshudra jatinam gulmalata aushadhinam madhye kimapi aham syam. He says that I want to take birth, not even some moving being here. There are movable and immovable beings. So I want to become immovable person here, which are considered as lower than movable. Chara and achara. So mobile beings are considered as superior to the immobile beings. So I want to be immobile, but in the immobiles there are also big trees, right? Neem tree, people tree, mango tree. So they go high. Says, no, I don't want that. I want some small, petty, Shudra Jatinam, belonging to some inferior class of bushes, gulma, creeper, lata, aushadhi. Aushadhi is some little grass. So some herb, so that they can walk on me. I'm a big tree, then they cannot walk on that. But if I'm small, then it's possible that I may have yasam upari charno vinyasyanti, that their feet may fall on my head. So something like that I want to be. Nanu bhajanasya sarvotkrishtha kashtha ka khalu etasu vartate yameva alakshya tvam asameva charan renun vanchasi natu lakshmyadi namapi tiyatahaya. So now somebody is posing a question to him, that why are you being such foolish person, desiring to get dust of their feet? You think they are so great? Why don't you desire the dust from the feet of Lakshmi? So why you think that they are so great? You think they are such superior, they have attained such limit of bhakti, and is it that this is not found in anywhere else? Yam eva alakshya tvam asam eva charan renun vanchasi. So you have seen something so wonderful that you want only their dust. So then he says yes. And then he speaks next half of the verse. So yadustajam swajana arya pratham tahitva bhejur mukunda padam. So who are this? That they have given up everything. They don't keep anything. For the sake of Krishna, they renounce everything. So loka dharma dharya lajja maryadadi trotana purvaka maharagena bhajanam evam maya na kvapi drishtam. He says that the type of service which gopis do to Krishna, this type of service I have not seen anywhere. I have seen various types of devotees. I am also a devotee myself. I have direct association of Krishna. But the type of service which gopis do to Krishna, this is incomparable, unparalleled. So what is it? That they have given up, broken everything. Loka dharma, the moral principles. Dharya. Dharya means forbearance, controlling yourself. Like when Krishna was living with Akrura, so for some time they held, but then Rudu Suswaram Gopi. But then they cried together. So they could not hold anymore. Lajja, so modesty, shyness, and maryada, moral principles. They have sacrificed everything in the yajna of love. They have given oblations. Lok dharma swaha, dharya swaha, lajja swaha. Everything goes there. And how were they able to do this? It says maharagena, bhajanam eva mayana kvapi nashtam. So this is because of their supreme topmost raga, love for Krishna. So this is, we have to always keep in mind, because we always think, oh, gopis and this, and they associate with Krishna. So it is all about service, anyabhilashita sunyam. You have to remember the definition of bhakti, uttama bhakti. So they do not have any desire for themselves, because if they had, then they will not give up all these things. Because then that means they have to be in the society, they don't want to be blamed, this, that. So they did not care. for all this to serve Krishna. अतएव प्रीतिर अजनी यदा यदा स्वकुल धर्मादि मर्यादा वज्रशलाका अपि महाराग बलेन त्रोटयित्वा कृष्णम अभिसरिष्यन्ति तदा कृष्ण पार्श्वं प्रतिगमने वर्म अवर्त्म विचारो नासामिति. So why does he want to become all this creeper, bush, etc.? Because you think gopis do not have the eyes to see, they are going to walk on the creeper, they will walk on the path. So what is the point in becoming a creeper or some bush? If you walk, you walk. You don't walk on the bushes or on the creepers, you walk on the path. So he says, no, thing is, because they have such priti in them, that they break up all the bondage of family principles, social principles, which are like vajra salaka, which are like rods made of stone. And by their supreme love, they break all this, like an elephant can break chains, and then they go to meet Krishna. And when they go to meet Krishna, then they run to him, and when they are running, they forget where is the path and where is not the path. So they will step on the creepers, like gopis were running, like Javlola Kundala, that Anyonya Adrishya, not being seen by each other, they just ran. So they did not see where is the path, where is the road, where is the tree or creeper. They just ran madly. They were not even dressed properly. So like that they will run, and then when they are running like that, then they will put their feet on my head. And that's what I am hoping for. So Vartma, Avartma, Vicharo, Nasa. So this Vartma, Avartma, Vichara also signifies this only, that we follow principles, but for love they are ready to give up the principles. Vartma means path, principles, guidelines. So everybody follows that. But they have love, and for the sake of love, they do not care for anything. So that is the meaning of not having any consideration for path or no path. So Trinadi Rupasya Mam Murdhani Charnau Arpishyanti. So then, when I will be in the form of little grass, etc., then they will put their feet on my head. So now somebody can say that if you are so eager for the dust from their feet, why this big plan that you wait for next life and then you will become a creeper, and now you are still young, so you have to wait, another 100 years, then creeper will be born, maybe cow will eat it. There will be no more creeper left. After all, he is going to become one creeper somewhere, not so many. So when cow comes and eats it, where is the chance for you to get the dust? And here the gopis are standing right in front of you. So why not just take the dust from their feet? I mean, what is this roundabout plan you are having? Are you confused? If you beg them, please give me little dust, they will give you. So why you miss the chance now and hoping for something which God only knows what will happen. So he replies to that. He says, Adhuna tu kotishaha sakaku prarthitapi naitaha manmurdhani charnan adhitsanti ityatas tadeva mam dhanya janmata bhavishyati iti bhavan. So he's saying that if I now pray to them, I beg to them, even if I make 1,000,000 requests to them with uttermost humility, that please put your feet on my head. I am Uddhava. I am your servant. I have come to serve you here. He says they will not do it. There is no chance. Why? How can they do it? They are not proud, thinking we are great devotees, we are gopis. Everybody worships us. Who is this Uddhava? Take my dust. So they will not do it. So therefore he says that even if I pray to them, then they will not charnat na adhitsanti. They will not do it. Therefore my only chance is this, that if I become creeper, so vastu labhan mam dhanya janmata bhavishyati iti bhavan. This is the meaning of his prayer. So you know that recently 121 people died trying to get dust. This dust idea is very prominent. Everywhere people try to clean away the dust. And in India, people want dust. So they went for dust and they died. So Dhava doesn't want to have any problem like this. Because if he does this, then so many other people will run after the gopis. It will become difficult for gopis to move around. Sometimes you walk, people want to touch your feet. If you don't stop, you can fall down. They don't care, they just want to touch your feet. So Uddhava is intelligent, he doesn't want to put gopis into this kind of trouble. Imagine if Uddhava had taken dust from gopis' feet, and people will get this news. Says, wow, Uddhava is doing it, there must be something. And then there will be a big drama. So he avoided that. So we'll stop here if there is any question to be asked.
Babaji,
Hanji.
in this text I have, on the fourth line, it says, Kwapi drishtam ata eva prati rajani, instead of priti rajani. It should be prati rajani every night?
No, Priti Ajani.
Priti ajani. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, they are printing mistakes. No, actually it is Prati Rajani is right here. Sorry. Because he is talking about, remember, it goes along with that Krishnam abhisarishyanti tada Krishna Parasva. He says, in future, then when I will be born, then every night they will go to meet Krishna. And then they will step on me. So it's true, it is Rajani only. Yeah.
Thank you.
You mentioned that the dust of the feet means seva, right? So it's again a roundabout way of saying that I want to be subservient to you, I want to be close to you, I want to be with you together, or
I want to serve you. That is the Lakshanika Artha.
so okay, so he doesn't So he doesn't say that I just want to be close here and live here. He wants to serve and do something beneficial.
Yeah, but how can he do it in this life? It's impossible. Tanmaji.
Babaji, what does it mean to say Shruti bhi Vimrogyan? That even the Shrutis are searching but cannot get this power.
Because Shruti also prayed to, in the Shruti Stuti it will come. They also pray to be like gopis. In 87th chapter, I don't have it here, there is a sloka there.
You know, the people raise the question of our stance on the Vedas, on the Upanishads, you know, the fact that we treat the Bhagavata as the supreme Praman. So this Shruti bhi Vimrogyan, I would assume it refers to not the Bhagavata.
No, Shruti means the Shruti, the Vedas.
Specifically to Upanishads? Oh.
Yeah, Vedas.
Okay.
Bhagavatam
So that
is
is not
Purana.
Bhagavata.
Bhagavata is Purana.
Right.
So it can also mean, Shruti Bhivimrigya can also mean that if you study Vedas, then you hardly find anything about Krishna and gopis there. There is no description. So that is also, it means that Shruti Bhivimrigya.
When we studied previously the episode during which Krishna was playing his flute, there were some Shruti-chari gopis as well. So some of them attained Krishna and some of them are still searching for him.
Always. There are so many Shrutis. Sandeep ji.
So basically, like you explained today, that one of the factors which demarcates devotee devotion vis-a-vis other devotees is even the Aryapata. But like in today's context, the society, everyone has more or less given their Aryapata. So how, like in today's context, I'm trying to understand how we can say 24/7 service of Krishna, or their mind, body, thoughts, everything to Krishna, or like in context of today, can you tell a little bit more?
No, the importance is not that they give up Aryapat, but they give up Aryapat to serve Krishna. Means if you have a choice that you have to do service to Krishna, but some principle is coming on the way, that if you do that, you will be criticized. People will blame you. So then you don't do service to Krishna. So you have now to decide whether you should do this or not do it. If I do it, I will get criticized by the society. Or Shastra says if you do something like this, if you go to another man giving up your husband, you will go to hell. So that is Aryapatha. That is Shastra speaking. So now should you do service to Krishna or not? Because on one side Shastra says that you should be faithful to your husband, and then you are going to Krishna flouting the principle of Shastra. So now Shastra or principle of Dharma is coming on your way, or as a blockage to you to do service to Krishna. So which one do you choose? You choose doing service to Krishna or you follow Dharma? That's what it means. It's not that you give up moral principles. Moral principle anybody can give up. So what? People are not having moral principle to give up. right? To give up, you have to first have it. So that doesn't make you great. So what is the intention? Okay.